Good morning, Mal. Good morning, pup. Think it's ready. What is up, YouTube? Salty Texas back with this awesome cough drop looking blank. So, as you saw earlier from the video, Cat and the dog definitely on board with this particular project. So I just basically took some dye and some leftover resin that I had and just wanted to do a larger version of the Jello bowl that I did several weeks back. So got a faceplate on it, got it turned down on the lathe, attached everything. The casting went really well. You can even see the ridges from the bowl that I put it in. However, you're gonna see so much chipping and glass in this video, it's absolutely disgusting. And we had a lot of problems with the actual casting and resin that this was a very frustrating project. And you won't be able to see a lot of it because I sped up the video, and you know, just by judging the way this video is going so far, you can see I'm getting good shavings. Looks like everything is nice and symmetric. Ribbons are coming off the bowl, but in the very beginning, I had to go and put, and you should always do this, put your face shield on because I was getting just bombarded with shards of glass into my face. And I'm turning down the mortise here, again, looking like we're getting good ribbons out of it, but I am getting these small, you can kind of see it there, when it kind of just everywhere all over the camera. That was just directly flying in my face, and we're getting so much chipping. And I really think it was a mixing issue with the resin. Like maybe I just didn't mix this well enough. And you can see there all the little shards that just popped off of it. So I came back, hit it with my round carbide tool, just taking nice, gentle, slow little strokes with it. And for the most part, got most of these nasty looking chips out of the back of the bowl. The mortise had some chips in the middle of it, which I wasn't willing to go back because I was already taking down so much material that I didn't want to take down any more material than I had. And I cut my losses, left those bigger chips in there, and just decided, you know what, this was supposed to be a bigger, more shallower project, but just the way the resin was reacting on the lathe, I just didn't have the material to do what I kind of wanted to do. So I tried to salvage as much of it as humanly possible. So we're just taking down this big block of waste blank here where the faceplate was attached, trying to get everything nice and symmetric. And for the most part I was. You can see these good ribbons that we're getting off of it right there. Everything's tangled up. But from that small little brief, you could see lots and lots of chipping. And as the gouging started, I was getting more of the same, just this chatter and this chipping that I just couldn't get rid of. And even with the carbide tools, which are sharp, and I just sharpened my chisel, it was just a bad piece of resin. So even though you mix the resin the way you think you need to, I don't know, sometimes these things just kind of tend to happen because there's just nothing you can do about it. So you try to salvage as much of the project as I could. And that's essentially what we did here. So tried to get nice round edges. I wanted more of a square lip on the bowl, but with the chipping issue, I just wasn't able to do that in this particular project. So now you can see that we're just trying to save as much of this material as possible, trying to make some semblance of a small little bowl, and it turned out to be more of an ashtray than anything else, but it still looks cool in the end. So being patient with the resin, trying to make these small little strokes and actually get some kind of presentation out of the bowl is the end goal here. And there's a little bit of chipping there, as you can see. Came back, tried to hit it with the round carbide tool, but was just getting a lot of resistance from this resin. And I was actually making more of a mess than I was fixing anything. So I just decided, screw it. It's not good enough, but there's something to show for it, essentially is what I'm saying. So here we are. You can see just this small, it's basically like safety glass. If you've ever broken a car windshield and those small little things come off, this is essentially what it looks like. And I'm assuming it's just a bad mixing on my part because I don't know what else would have caused this, because I had done some other projects that went really well, and then this particular blank just gave me a lot of problems for some reason. I don't know. It's hit or miss with resin, I think, and I think a lot of woodworkers just don't show this. But you know, I'm all about showing you everything on this channel. So hey, this is what happens when I guess you get a bad piece of resin. So you got good ribbons, and then you have just shit glass everywhere, and it's all over my garage at this point. And you can see, I mean, imagine taking those to the face. Wear a face shield, because you can see these small little chips and indentations that just basically took it to the dome on that one. So thank God for that. Wear your safety equipment, people. So then we just got everything polished up, took everything from 320, came back, hit it with a micro mesh, and had something to salvage from it, which turned out really good. Then I came back, just hit it with that wood wax that I like to do. Everything nice and polished. So there's something to show for this project, which was encouraging after all the shards of epoxy that I took to my face. And I'm already an ugly looking guy, so I can't risk messing up my face anymore. So here we are, nice glistening in the sun. You can see just how cool and translucent that looks. And I wish I kind of would have took more time on the mortise, because you can see the cracks in it. Those cracks actually aren't from the bottom or the top of them. They're actually from the bottom where the mortise is. But man, imagine had this resin just turned out a little bit better, we wouldn't have had these issues. But hope you got something out of it. Hope you liked the project. Don't ever quit. Keep going, even when you screw up, because I still do it. So I'll see you guys in the next project. Don't forget to subscribe. All right, guys. Bye. Okay, so project is done. Shards of glass everywhere on this particular project. I don't know if it was the resin that didn't set up well. What the F? Fuck! But we got something out of it. And you can see that there was so much chipping that you can actually see through the bottom of this thing. Because where the mortise is, that's where the actual chipping was. And I didn't feel like I had enough material left to really save it. I was just essentially glad to have something out of this damn thing. So I'm going to call this one the Sun Bowl, even though, I mean, just shards. The shards were everywhere. And I think it was a mixing issue. I think that's probably what it was. But, I mean, we got something out of it. It's just I mean, it could have been so much bigger and cooler. I had other plans, but sometimes you get into these projects and you're just happy to save it when there's so many damn problems. So there it is. And I'm trying to get, this is a dustless cloth, but obviously we're having some issue with it. But there it is. Overall, got it done. Fucking tons of fucking problems with it. But hell, I guess that just comes with fucking woodworking, or especially on this channel. So, hope you got something out of it. Hope you liked my insanity with this particular project. Wearing gloves because I don't want to get fingerprints on it, because it's so cool and translucent. But don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next project. Alright, hopefully it goes better. Alright, peace.